How's it going, everybody? Just got back from the gym. Had something really quick to eat. Worked some shoulders today. I'm feeling alright right now. We'll see where we're at tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. I'm currently recording off of my iPad. I have the screen facing me so I could watch myself as I'm recording. And I have a lot of things to share with you. I made 2 videos before I went to the gym. The first one I wasn't satisfied with. The second one I was, it's kind of, I don't know, it's whatever. Right now I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. The point of this video, before I left the gym, when I was heading out, I ran into an old friend of mine back in high school. His name is Joseph. And it's very funny because my other brother's name is Joseph. My uncle's name is Joseph. And I've been compared to Joseph in the Bible by somebody I met at the gym a couple years ago. But anyway, our conversation was revolved around purpose, living by our calling, because intrinsically we know what our calling is, and intrinsically we know what we're supposed to do, and what we have been created to do. And we were mentioning a lot of biblical teachings, a lot of personal experiences, and stories of drug addictions, and challenges that we had to face and that we've been overcoming. He's been sober for 2 weeks now, and I was sharing him my story. Now we're almost 18 months, and it was amazing listening to him, because where he is now was a complete memory lane of where I was last year, and where I was at his point in time. And we were talking about, it's amazing how connected and closely related all of us are as human beings. There really is no difference between any of us. The only difference is how we choose to manifest and to express ourselves, how we want to express ourselves, what it is that we want to do, and who it is that we want to be. But underneath everything that we do lies the realm of who each and every one of us is, which is the I am. And spirituality, and how spirituality is by far the most important thing, because it is the thing which is everything. Everything is spirit, and is made inside and out of this infinite presence and power. And a lot of the things that we talked about, there were a lot of connections. There were so many connections on something I would say, then he would have something to say off of what I said, and then he would say something, and then I would have something in response to what he said. It was like, that meeting had to happen. That experience, that moment had to happen. And what's really funny, because I actually thought of him. He crossed my mind in the middle of work. Can't say it's today because it's already the next day. It's 2:33 in the morning right now. So yesterday, I'd say probably around 6, 7 o'clock, he just crossed my mind for a second. And I ended up seeing this specific person at the gym, and it happened to be a divine appointment. And the things that we were talking about is absolutely amazing. And talking about purpose, and with purpose, that whatever it is that we want to do, whatever it is that we desire to do, you can do it, and it will be done unto you. The universe, through the law of attraction, will bring you the things necessary to achieve that desire which you're trying to fulfill. But of course, you have to take action. You have to do your part in order to fully make that manifestation come into complete fruition. Um, you have so much power, viewer, co-creator, you, Corey. We have so much power. We could literally do anything which we desire to do, which we could imagine, anything that we could think about, see clearly, and hear. You, Corey, anything that you could picture in that thing right there, your mind, your consciousness, you can achieve and you can have it. You can do it. If you believe in it and you think about it and desire it and vibrate it, it's going to come to you through the power of attraction, through the force of which everything is made out of. Because it will be done unto you. And once it is done, that's when you take action to make it. You take the step. You take a step, and the next step, and the next step. And where he was, and where he is now, was in his whole point. And this is where I'm coming at too. He was talking about how he's already 24. He has to stop doing this thing that's holding him back from being the person which he knows he is, which was my exact reason for stopping when I was this age too. And right now where I'm at, it's freaking, I'm already 25. I'm almost in the middle of my 25 already. It's already the 16th now of May. And I go every single day thinking about what it is I want to do, my dreams and my desires and my goals and what I know I'm supposed to do. We have to do it. We have to take the jump. We have to take the leap. Because I'm not going to live my life knowing that I have this thing within me that I am being drawn to and I'm being called to do, to bring and act outside of me and bring it into manifestation to the world. We are all channels to what the universal mind, the infinite mind, the source is able to express itself through. And when we're inspired, when we desire to do something, that is the power of the universal within you expressing, desiring to express itself in a certain way. And I'm a firm believer that Christ, Jesus the Christ, he taught mental science, and he also taught that the Christ is something that exists within all of us. And I'm a firm believer that Christ is also within me, as well as within you, viewer, and that Christ consciousness is the ultimate destiny of every human being, because by divine right, being created in the image and likeness of the universal mind, that is the ultimate reality that each and every single person is eventually going to reach. Knowing that they are spirit, knowing that mind and consciousness creates the reality, that our thoughts are real things and they exist on the spiritual level and they're vibrating. It's a vibration, it's an energy. That this lovely sign that I've gotten from somebody I care about really deeply says, you can change the world if you can't read it. That when I focus on this specific plaque, that the forces and energy of my mind is engulfing and bombarding the material of what this plaque is made out of. And this is reality. It's science. It's been scientifically proven. Philosophers have said it. It's written ancient texts. And when you're with somebody and you're thinking something and you ended up saying something, or they end up saying something, and I use this example many times, and then they end up saying, or you end up saying, hey, I was just thinking that, that is because the minds of the two individuals next to each other are connected. Your mind is connected with every material thing. It's going through every material thing. Your thought travels through material things. And that is how the law of attraction works, because the universal mind, the infinite spirit that permeates and penetrates everything, is within everything and is within you, and it is you. You are it. You can say I am, because you are the I am embodied in physical form. You are not this body. This body is something that you have. It is a vessel. It is the subconscious mind. You don't have to think about making your nails grow. You don't have to think about making your heart beat. You don't have to think about making your hair grow, which my hair is a big mess, by the way, but it doesn't even matter because that doesn't make us who we are. It's just something that we have. Who we are is the thing, the consciousness, awareness that is aware of having a body, that is aware of having hair. Because we could be in a very deep meditation and lose complete consciousness of the body, but yet still being conscious of our very existence. A blind person, for example, can't see anything on the outside, but yet he can still think. He could still imagine. A person may be deaf and they can't hear anything, but it doesn't change the fact that they're aware of being and they're alive and they know themselves to exist. And that knowing that yourself to be in existence is who and what you really are as the I am. And what's amazing is that this, as mind, as consciousness, being created in the image and likeness of the universal mind that is able to manifest and express itself in anything. You yourself are also able to express yourself as anything, whatever it is that you think of, whatever it is that you desire, whatever it is that you could imagine, you can have it because you can be it. You become it, and we become what we think about, and we get and manifest what we become because it is the law of being, and we're surrounded and attracted. We attract that which we are in vibratory harmony with. In our mental attitude, that which we think and the way we feel and the way we act determines the mental attitude, and the mental attitude determines the state of vibration you're in, because that state of vibration is determined by the state of consciousness you're in, and that state of consciousness is who you feel and think and see yourself as. Remember, as within, so without. Everything is created from within you, outside of you. And I, myself, I have a purpose. You have a purpose. We all have a purpose. I'm at that point where I have to fulfill that purpose. And I know that I can do it, that no matter what, I'm going to be able to do it because it will be done unto us. And there are universal laws at play because God created the human being and put himself in the human being so he could live as a God in form. We're all God-man, not just one person, everybody. We're all manifesting, we're all creating, whether we're conscious of it or not. That's just life. That is a universal principle. That's a law. Just like gravity, no matter what you believe or how you think, if you step off that building, you're going to fall. Gravity is going to pull you down. It's the exact same thing with the universal principles and this power which has created all things. And you know what? It is because people learned about the law of gravity. They were given the power to overcome the law of gravity and to be able to create an airplane that defies gravity. They made gravity work for them. That exact same principle is in play with you when it comes to mental science and spiritual principles. That once you understand the spiritual principles of the universe and you apply them and you know how to apply them, you will be able to use these principles to overcome anything in your life. Anything. Because spirit is the very power which forms and shapes and creates. For example, this lovely "You Can Change the World" plaque first existed in somebody's mind, in their spirit, in their consciousness. They had to imagine it first before they were able to make it a material fact. Remember, everything has its beginning in mind. And we've always had a dream to inspire the world, to change the world, to advance the human race, to bring people closer to God, the real God. even our brother, the Christ, taught that the only leader we have is the one. Excuse me. Sorry. The only leader that all of us have is the one. And the one is the universal mind, the one mind, the great I am, which manifests itself through different expressions. Everything is within itself, and all things are expressions of itself. You and me are no different. We're also expressions of the universal one, that everything is connected. And like we said earlier, you can say I am. You are the I am. A small portion of it, like a seed, like you have the ocean, for example, and you could take a drop out of the ocean and put it somewhere else, but that drop still came from the source, and it's no different, even if it's over here, than if it was with the body of water. I don't know if that was the best way to explain it, but it's the exact same thing with the universal mind. We live in an ocean of consciousness, of mind stuff, a power which knows all within itself, sees all within itself, and creates everything within itself. It holds everything in its place. It is the very thing in which you live inside of, because you are it, embodied in a human, and there's nothing you can't do, because you are you are the one. Everyone is, and everything is a part of itself. New Thought Millennia. We're going to change the world. We're going to raise the global consciousness of the world, and we're going to teach people how to manifest. We're going to teach people how to create, and we're going to teach people how to be one with each other, and to be able to read thoughts, and to be able to read somebody else's energy, and to be able to meditate and to concentrate, to lose consciousness of the body and just be the consciousness, to be able to send energies to other people, positive energies. Remember, you always want to give out what you want in return, because the great law of attraction will always bring back to you what you give out to others. That's just how life works. That is how the law of attraction works. If you give out love to people, you're going to attract and bring love to you. If you give the ladder to people, you're going to attract more of that ladder. And you'll be able to say with Job that the thing you feared has been brought upon you, because that is what you were thinking, that is what you are bringing, that's what you are giving. You always want to think abundant, you always want to think positive, you always want to think love and health and give that to others, and to think of nothing else, because the law of attraction is always in play, and you are always vibrating. You are nothing but a vibration, and whatever you are vibrating and giving out and giving to others, you will inevitably bring to you, because that is a law. Just like the law of gravity, no matter what it works, no matter what, the law of attraction works, whether you're aware of it or not. And we're going to teach you about it, because as much as I loved physical science and human anatomy and being able to read and learn about how our body's made out of three systems: the nervous system, the skeletal system, and the muscular system, and how each of these systems work together and coincide with each other, and how our body's nothing but a chemical reaction, and that the blood is the median between how all the nutrients get to the cells of your body, and how you have white blood cells and red blood cells, and these things known as capillaries, and it's at the capillaries where red blood cells or not red blood cells, the veins and the arteries meet with each other, and how the veins and arteries themselves are two different systems for the way the blood travels through the body. Learning about all this stuff was absolutely amazing, but it has nothing it pales in comparison to mental science and the power of the mind and the power which mind has over the body, because this body is it belongs to me. It is mine. It's my body. I say my body. Who am I? And that's the thing. It's I am. In being able to concentrate and focus on something, which knowing that I'm not only setting universal laws in motion, but I'm creating my life by what I think now. And I was born to do something amazing. I was born to do something great. You were born to do something great, co-creator, viewer who's watching this. You were born to change the world, to bring something into this world, to leave this world a better place, which you came. And together we can do that. You and me, we can make that difference together. Because we have to live our life by purpose. We have a purpose. And I'm going to document my progress, and you're going to know about New Thought Millennia, and New Thought Millennia is going to help you become everything that you need to become in your life. You don't need a degree. You don't need any of that stuff. The mind forces were there before school was, before a degree was. There is nothing that you can't do. There is nothing you can't have. Do you believe? I'll go ahead and end it right here. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. And regardless if you watched it anyway, I don't mind, because I had the satisfaction of having the experience tonight, and to be able to sit in front of a camera and to share it with the world.